Good morning guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video is an exciting time. It's the start of a brand new van conversion series. I've been talking about doing a budget build for some time. It's been a long time coming, this one. I've been searching for a particular vehicle that I wanted to do it in, and today is the day where we go and pick up that vehicle. I managed to find what I was looking for on an eBay advert. I contacted the guy straight away. It was a car dealers over in Northamptonshire. We've managed to do a deal with these guys, and today we're actually going to go and pick up our donor vehicle ready to do this new van conversion. So here we are, here's the van. This is what we're going to be doing our budget build conversion in, and it looks absolutely amazing. I'm so pleased. It's taken me a long time to search for the right vehicle, and this is definitely it. It's just as clean as a whistle. It's only done very low mileage, so yeah, it's going to be the perfect van for our budget build. It's a medium wheelbase Fiat Ducato. The reason I wanted one of these is because it's squarer at the back, it's wider, so you can have the bed inside will be widthways across the back. Shorter vehicle, much shorter than our Sprinter, probably about 1.5 meters shorter actually. So parking, driving around, all that sort of thing will be much easier in this vehicle. So let's go inside, meet the guys, we'll pick up the keys, do the paperwork, and then when we get it back home we'll be able to give you a proper look around the whole thing. So there we go, I've got the van, sorted out all the paperwork, taxed and insured, and we're on the road. And first impressions, it drives really well, you know, just as expected. The Ducato, I think this is the 2.2 or 2.3 engine, which is about 130 brake horsepower, so you know, plenty of power, 6-speed gearbox. Yeah, it cruises along at 60 mile an hour, 2000 revs. Lovely, drives really nice. Obviously being empty in the back, there's a few rattles from the doors and the panels to be expected with an empty tin box, but that will soon be full of camper van conversion. Yeah, so excited. This is brilliant. What a beautiful van though, really super clean, low mileage, the perfect donor vehicle for our budget build. We've been looking for a particular van for some time. I wanted a very specific van. I wanted this medium wheelbase Fiat Ducato for a number of different reasons. We plan to pitch this build to kind of like a younger single audience, or just generally single people on their own, which is why we wanted a medium wheelbase. We wanted this van so that people of any age could drive it. If you've got a license where you've only got the B class and you haven't got the C1 class, then you can still drive this vehicle because it's underneath 3.5 tons. The other reason is this is a medium wheelbase. It's a lot shorter than some of the bigger vans like ours, like a long wheelbase Sprinter. It's just easier to drive, easier to park. You know, it fits within a normal parking space. So there's some of the main reasons. The other thing is the Fiat Ducato is a lot wider than standard vans. It's got a cargo capacity in here of 12 meters cubed. So roughly speaking, it's 2 meters wide, 2 meters high, 3 meters long inside, 12 cubic meters. So it's got plenty of space. You can sleep widthways across the back, which is one of the things that we wanted. With a shorter vehicle, we need to have the bed orientated in the other direction. Now this particular van, we wanted to get sort of a budget van. Now obviously we all know that cost of vans at the moment are ridiculous, so we did have to hunt around a little bit for it. As you can see, it's in absolutely glorious condition. The beauty of Ducatos as well is this is a fully galvanised body, so you don't really have to worry about any rust. We went for the silver painted one because I know some of the white panel vans do have an issue with the paint peeling off. but as you can see, this one's absolutely pristine. It's a 56 plate, so 2006, so it's about 14 years old, but this van, believe it or not, has only done 79,000 miles. So yeah, it's in really super good condition. Now, we did pay a little bit of a premium for it. I paid just a bit over £5,000 for the van, but I think looking at it and the condition that it's in, it's definitely worth it. So let's give you a quick rundown about the specs on this vehicle, and then we'll jump in to tell you more about the design and what we've got planned for inside. So this is a Fiat Ducato 120 multiplex. It's a Series 3, registered in December 2006. The Series 3 is the first year that they produced this round shape. This is a medium wheelbase. It's got 3 metres distance between axles and an overall length of 5.4 metres. It's got the 2.2 litre Iveco engine, and it's a similar model to the Peugeot Boxer and Citroën Relay. And in the USA, it was actually taken on as the Ram ProMaster. So this build series is actually going to be relevant to anyone that's got any of those 4 types of vehicle. So you'll have seen me use Sketchup in the past to do van models, to get an idea of what the van's going to look like before we actually start building anything. But today I'm going to use a new bit of software called VR Sketch. And what this enables me to do is to take my SketchUp model in 3D and put it into VR. So with this virtual reality headset, this Quest 2 headset, I've loaded the van model onto here, and now I can actually step inside it and have a walk around in it. So let me show you. Okay, so here we are in VR Sketch. I've loaded the van model from SketchUp into the VR. We're in the warehouse portion of VR Sketch at the moment. This is where the models initially are loaded into. You can manipulate the model here. You can scale the model and spin around and have a look at it. And then what we can do from here is we can actually jump inside it. We can teleport ourselves into the model. Before we do that, just have a quick look on the roof. You can see we're going to put one roof fan at the front of the van. That's going to be near where we've got the kitchen area for some ventilation. And then towards the back of the van, I've got room there for a couple of solar panels. 2 175 watt solar panels, which are going to charge all the leisure batteries and run all the electrics in the van. Okay, let's teleport inside. And here we are in virtual reality inside the bare model of our van. It's great that you can actually walk around it in full size, and you can draw stuff inside it without even actually having to build anything. It's a really fantastic visualization tool. I've created a set of scenes. I'll pull up the menu here, and then I can show you what we're going to do. So initially we're going to have a bed frame across the back of the van. These vans, the Fiat Ducato, Boxer, Relay and ProMaster, are wider than other vans, so it allows you to sleep widthways. So it's going to be a simple timber frame with wooden slats, and then that's going to be large enough for a small double mattress, a standard double mattress, 6'6" long and 4 foot wide. So that's going to be the fixed bed portion at the back of the van. We're then going to enclose that to form a garage area underneath, a storage compartment where you can put everything inside there. And in the front of that, there's going to be a couple of pull-out sections. One is going to be a pull-out table, which I'll show you in a minute. And the bottom section there is also going to pull out, and that's going to be our 12-volt fridge. In front of the bed, there's going to be some seating. I've got a small bench seat over the far side there, and then there's a larger bench seat here right by the sliding opening door. Next to the bench seating will be our kitchen unit. Now it's quite a small compact kitchen, so I've made all the appliances so they're concealed. I don't want to clutter up the work surface, so you can use it at other times. We've got a chopping board that will pull out to reveal the sink, and the cooker is going to be concealed by that lift up section of worktop. And then you've got cupboards and drawers for storage underneath. And then finally, we're going to have a row of wall cupboards along the top of the van. These front couple of cupboards you could use for pots and pans or cutlery and plates, food, etc. And then the last few up there you could use for clothes storage in the bedroom area. Let's just have a quick look inside the kitchen. There we can see the chopping board is now removed to reveal the sink, and the lift up section of the counter is now revealed what's going to be a 2-burner gas stove, a simple camping gas set up with 2 rings and a grill underneath. There'll be water canisters underneath the sink for fresh water and waste, and then in the cupboard next to that there'll be a small gas bottle in a gas locker which will obviously feed the stove. And then by the side of that, 3 drawers for cutlery and other kitchen utensils. In the small little bench seat by the bed, there's going to be where the toilet's going to be housed. It's a Thetford porta potty. It's a cassette style toilet, and that will simply be pulled out from underneath the bench seat and then pushed back in and the door closed when not in use. Let's quickly nip round to the back of the van. I'll show you in the garage area. Okay, so here we are in the garage. Obviously we're going to have a couple of leisure batteries, 2 AGM batteries there to store our power from the solar panels. We've got an MPPT charge controller and an inverter there, which will then give us 230 volt power to power any mains appliances. Here we can see that fridge unit on that pull-out drawer. It's a little chest fridge that runs on dual power, 12 volt and 230 volt, so you can run it on mains or off your batteries. And then the rest of the garage space obviously you can utilise for storage. Okay, so there we are. There's our final van layout. Fixed bed at the back, nice width in the van that you can sleep widthways there, plenty of storage underneath, seating area here, and the little kitchen. And the windows that we're putting in the van are actually going to be opening windows, because obviously we've only got one roof fan here, so to get some air back into the space, these windows are actually going to be able to open those to get some better ventilation. Let's just move into the van and I'll show you these pull-out drawers. I'll just move to this location. This is one of the handy things with VR, is you can actually manipulate stuff while you're actually in your van. So I can bring up a little tool menu here. I'll use the move tool and I can grab hold of this drawer here and I can actually pull it out. So in real time I can visualize what it's going to look like, and I can use things, which is fantastic. It gives you a really good idea of what it's actually going to be like. I can simply undo that move and I can show you the fridge pulled out. There we go, there's the 12 volt little chest fridge pulled out. Yeah, so it enables you to look at your design and work out whether it's going to work or not, if things are going to be in the way, if the layout works, if you've got enough space, etc., without actually having to build it. You can literally walk around in it and manipulate stuff while you're here. Let's put the fridge back. The other thing that's great with VR as well is you can actually draw while you're inside virtual reality. So you've got a full set of tools that you'd have in Sketchup. You bring up the tool menu, I can select a rectangle, I can draw a rectangle here, I can select the push-pull tool, I can manipulate this surface, I can select another tool, let's say circle tool. I can draw a circle on this surface. I could draw a circle on this surface. Whoop. We can manipulate those. So anything pretty much that you can do in SketchUp, you can also do in VR. I could even colour these with some textures. Yes, that's a fantastic tool to visualise stuff. Really handy to have. So there we go. What an absolutely fantastic tool to visualise the van design in full size and be able to walk around in it when I haven't even started building it. So I'll put a load of links in the description below this video if you're interested in a VR headset or the VR Sketch software and how you can visualise your own van designs before you build them. Just click on those links in the description of this video below. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that virtual tour of our new van build. I'm really excited to get started on this. I know it's been a long time coming. We're going to be videoing every aspect of this build from start to finish, the same as we did before. There'll be a brand new build series on YouTube, so make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. If you haven't got your notifications turned on, click that little bell symbol and turn on notifications for the next video in this series. As before, I'll be doing a lot of technical videos. There'll be a lot of really helpful diagrams as well that I'll be issuing out during the course of this series. So if you find them useful and you know other people that are doing a van build that could possibly benefit from these videos, then please do share the videos on social media, share them with friends and other people that you know are doing the same. So I look forward to having you along with us as we fit out this medium wheelbase Fiat Ducato, and thanks very much for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers! In the next video, David from Glass for Vans shows us how to professionally fit bonded windows in your vehicle. And make sure you stick around because you'll be seeing me swapping workshop tools for hand tools.